Hi everyone, so welcome back to the channel. Hope this video is finding you all well. So today I'm going to be making a little sort of turned perfume bottle or pot. It's going to try and be as spherical as possible at the bottom and then just have a really long ornate finial. Not really sure what wood I'm going to use yet, so come with me now. We're going to head down to the wood store, see what wood we can find in the box, and yeah, start turning. So let's go and have a look. So it is a little bit of a mess in here, but we've got some spattle beech, there's some burr walnut, quite a few inserts ready for Christmas decorations. They're not really going to be the sort of thing I want to use. I've used them quite a bit. It'll be quite difficult to see, but I've got, oh, actually, probably one of those would probably do. So this is a solid oak upright. Originally there would have been two, one either side of a large oak dresser. Normally they've got glazed tops with sort of drawers and doors below, and then you'd have really ornate carving. So that was actually being disposed of by a sort of friend to the channel. So they gave me a few pieces of the timber. So I think that's going to work really nicely. Probably that front section there will work really nicely to make the base of the perfume bottle. So it'll be a really nice sort of natural oak colour. And then I think for the finial, I'm going to use an Old Faithful, which is the Victorian oak dining chair. So, or just the leg, not the whole chair. So I did actually buy 6 of these from a local auction house. They weren't in the best of condition, so they were bought relatively cost effectively. And what I did was cut them all up, broke them down, and got some really nice salvageable timber. So I've made a few pens that I'm going to be retailing at the sort of Christmas markets over here in Jersey. And then I've been using them in a few of my bigger projects. So I think that's going to work quite nicely to make that sort of really elongated stopper. So I want to sort of have almost the stopper 1.5, 2 times the length of the pot. So it's just really oversized in height, but really nicely turned at the same time. Hopefully that's going to turn out. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to get these processed, get them mounted on the lathe, and we'll start turning. So that's the base of the Perfume bottle turned. It's come out really, really nicely. It's got a lovely medium oak hue, and it is really, really nice and smooth. So the next thing to do now is I'm going to get that mahogany mounted into the lathe, and I can turn that really funky stopper. Yeah, so that was not supposed to happen. Clearly there was an internal fault within the mahogany itself. So you can see I just put a very, very small amount of pressure there and it just fragmented into 4 pieces. Not really sure how I'm going to come back from that. I think what I'm going to have to do is change tack a little bit, and what it'll be is it'll be a smaller finial rather than that beautifully long elongated finial, just for the fact I don't really want to waste the wood, and I don't want to try and make another project to fit the stopper. I think it's better that I keep that as it is and just create a lovely small finial this time. And probably the next project I do, I can do a really elongated finial on that one. Maybe a nice powder bowl or something, a bit more substantial, and it can have a beautiful long thin finial to it. So I'm going to get that turned off and sanded, and then yeah, we'll see the final product. Hopefully it'll look amazing, and then yeah, we'll go from there. Okay, so there we have the finished pot, and I've got to say, really happy with the end result on this one. The only thing I would say is that the top half of the stopper is a little bit too thin. It does widen out towards the base. We do get that lovely sort of pop sound, which is quite nice, but it is a little bit looser on sort of the top 2/3. Sort of, you saw in the video that it snapped off. It should have been about that long, and it would have had a really fun shape to it, almost like sort of a candy apple with a very long stem running up that you'd hold on to. It is a little bit shorter, but actually I think it works quite nicely with this. It does feel very sort of acorny. I mean, it is oak as well, so it would have that slight acorn feel to it. But the shape works really well. There is a little bit of a mark just there, but nothing major. So sort of from design in my head to final manufacture, I'd probably give it a 6 out of 10, just for the simple fact that as I did snap the finial quite a ways down, it would have been much longer. But actually, in terms of product completeness and how nice it feels and how good it looks, I give it a 10 out of 10. I personally think that it's one of the nicest pieces I've made. I do love the look of it. It is quite small. To give you an idea, it's not going to be a great idea. Actually, if I use... So that is an SD card chip for one of the cameras, and you can see there in size comparison it's probably, you know, 1, 2, about 3 SD cards high, give or take. So that is a very small size, and it just has a really nice feel to it. And if you look on the inside as well, I have tried to hollow it out as best I can, so it does actually have a nice hollowed out appearance to it. And yeah, it just looks really smart. So I hope you've enjoyed watching the video. If you have, if you could please like and subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell notification, that'll let you know every time a video goes live. So if you're watching in the morning, then please enjoy the rest of your day. If you're watching in the afternoon or evening, then have a good night. Stay safe, take care, look after yourselves, and I'll see you for the next video.